So good morning, everyone. So our topic for today is I am going to present a digital toolkit treasury. So, what are the applications or websites that can be used in teaching and or how can we integrate ICT in teaching? So I am going to present you this application. So are you familiar with this one? I know some of you guys are familiar because it is a worldwide known application for graphic designers or if you want to design something, and that is Canva. Okay, so today we are going to discuss Canva. So Canva is a free-to-use graphic design tool that works to simplify the process of digital design. So the Canva can be used for social media posts, presentations, posters, videos, or creating logos for businesses and such. So that is how flexible Canva is. Okay, so next is how Canva works. So we all know and we just learned a while ago that Canva is a free to use graphic design tool, but how it usually works for us. So Canva, so it works through a drag and drop interface and even without advanced design skills. So meaning to say, even if you are a beginner in creating designs, okay, you can use Canva. Canva is a beginner-friendly um, website and application, especially for students. All right, so drag and drop, meaning to say, um, you just have to search for it, click on it, and drag on it. Drag on the canvas, okay, on Canva, and there you go. There you go. You already have your design. So all you have to do is choose from templates or start with the blank design. All right. So just like what I mentioned a while ago, okay, Canva has its own blank canvas, meaning to say you have the free will, you have the freedom to choose designs from it. Okay, and then you just add text, images, elements, or even upload pictures, videos, recordings. So there you go. And also Canva use design tools. So there are a lot of design tools in Canva. Let's say for example, actually artificial intelligence or AI was also integrated with Canva. Let's say for example, if you want to search something or if you want to generate an image to add on your presentation, you just have to type it and there you have it. You just need to drag and drop it on your canvas. Okay. Next is Canva works in collaboration, meaning to say you can collaborate in real time with others. Okay. In Canva, you can share your presentation link, or your work link, wherein you can work together with your team members, with your classmates, with your colleagues, and such. All right. And then after that, after you finish collaborating or creating a design, you just have to download or present it. There are many options on how you can download your work or your masterpiece in Canva. You can download it in a JPEG format, PNG, PDF format, Docs format, PPT format, and more. All right. So and you can also present it right away after you created um, your design. Just like my slides right now, I was able to create it and then I just present it right now. Okay. So that is how Canva works. So for educational use, okay, how Canva works in educational use. Me as a student, how uh how do I use it or how can I use it? So first, useful for teachers and students to enhance their creativity and learning. All right, so that is how Canva works in educational. But for teachers, First, for teachers, okay, teachers can use Canva for visual aids. All right. So we are now living in a modern world, in a more of a digital world, wherein technology and ICT was already integrated in our daily lives, especially in educational setting. All right. So before teachers are using cartulinas, a Manila paper, and they are printing instructional materials for their lesson. But right now, teachers are using Canva as a visual aid, just like what I am showing right now on my screen, right? Next is presentations. So before teachers are using what are the familiar presentation and animation apps before? The familiar ones is the PowerPoint presentation from Microsoft. Okay, we have also Google Slides. And for animations, we also have the Video Maker, if you are familiar. Okay, that is from Windows 2007, if I am not mistaken. So for teachers, it is easily they can easily they can easily create a presentation using Canva. Even if it is a last minute, they can already create presentations. They just have to input the information available. Okay. Teachers can also use Canva for assessment tools, meaning to say, if you want to create digital worksheets, and certificates. Okay, for example, teachers are creating some seat works. Um, if they need to lay out the seat work, they can use Canva. And for certificates, if you they want to recognize and uh, appreciate the students' work, teachers can also utilize that Canva to create certificates. And lastly, classroom management rules. This is unfamiliar for some, but there are features for Canva wherein you can click a quick reaction, wherein you can shush your class. Okay, meaning to say I meaning to say, once you click that icon, it indicates that the class must be quiet. Okay. Another thing for classroom management rules, as mentioned here on my slide, is that teachers can use Canva to create schedules, rules, name tags, and announcements. Announcements, we are familiar with this one because that's what we are seeing on our email, especially when NTC sends us sends us an email blast. Okay. How about for students? For students, of course, we can use Canva for infographics. Okay, infographics is very familiar activity for us, especially in college, because teachers or professors in NTC using infographics for us to test what we have learned from the lesson. Okay, for students, they can also create book covers and explore their creativity by creating storyboards. Imagine that, right? So for another thing for students is that can be used for digital posters. All right. Uh, and this one, for the next one, it is the most familiar. Okay. For students, they can create reports and presentations. Okay. Just like teachers. Okay. And lastly, e-portfolios. Um, in e-portfolios, before, without Canva or without the ICT integration, our portfolio before was compiled in a clear folder or something folder, or some of our teachers wants us to create a scrapbook wherein we're going to compile all of the tasks, activities, seat works, quiz, and reflections that we have in his or her class. But in Canva, you just have to paste everything, write your reflection, and there you have it. You already have your e-portfolio where you can download it as a PDF file. Okay? Okay. So that is the things that you already know for Canva. But what are the things that you didn't know for Canva? Okay. Actually, I have here a fact that did you know that Canva offers free online courses? Okay. Imagine, right? So you're not just exploring your creativity, you're not just enhancing or honing your skills. And at the same time, you can learn from Canva as well. And that is free. Okay. So this is the sample interface of their course available. The course title is AI in the classroom. All right. So there you go. You can see it on the left side of the interface we're in. All right. There you go. It's on my right, but on your screen, it's on your left. Okay. On the right, on your left side, you can see that there is Design School Explore All courses and lessons. So there you go. You can actually learn different things on how to utilize Canva in daily lives. Meaning to say, ICT in these courses, actually there are many courses, but these courses helps us. How can we enhance? How can we use a Canva in the educational setting? Meaning to say, ICT integration was already imposed and implemented here in Canva. Okay. So next is there you go. We also have here lessons covered in one course. So from the course title earlier, the AI in the classroom, that is lesson one, it actually contains 8 lessons. So imagine, and that is for free. Other websites or other applications, for example, Coursera, okay, it allows you to pay subscription for you to enroll in other courses. But here in Canva, it is for free. Okay. Next is you can also earn certificate for free. Okay. Once you accomplish or once you finish one a course, you'll get a free certificate. And take note, if you are in the field of education or in the field of arts, okay, you can use that certificate as a learning experience. Okay? There you go. You can see it on the left side. Okay. Make a test. You just have to answer the question. Okay. And then once you pass the examination or the quiz or the test, you'll earn a certificate. Okay. And it is also indicated there what are the things that you will learn from this course. Okay. All right. So next. Now let's move on to the pros and cons of Canva. So, all right. So let's move on now first with the pros. So for pros, of course, it is a user-friendly interface, meaning to say it is easily can be recognized. It is beginner friendly. So and Canva also offers free tutorial on how are you going to use it when you are going to start something. Okay. So another good thing for Canva is that it has a wide range of free elements and templates. Okay, there are thousands, even millions of templates or and designs available in Canva. All right. So another thing is that it encourages creativity and collaboration. Just like what I've mentioned earlier, you can work in teams, you can cooperate with your classmates and colleagues, and at the same time, it hones your creativity. Okay, so it also integrates well with Google Classroom and learning materials. Okay. So Canva can be integrated in Google Classroom. There are also websites who can easily and applications can be easily integrated with Canva. And Canva is also available across devices. Even if you're not using laptop, Canva is available in your tablet. And if you don't have a tablet, or if you don't have a laptop, okay, you can use Canva on your phone or even in your computer. So that is how flexible Canva is. So let's proceed now to the cons. For cons, okay, for cons, it requires internet connection. So if you are having a bad internet situation, well, Canva is not your friend. Canva is not a friendly application if you don't have internet. You cannot work with Canva if you don't have an internet. All right. So some premium features need paid subscription. All right. And with regards to this, okay, there are premium features. Let's say for example, if you want to enhance one picture, it has a premium feature. That's a premium feature that you need to subscribe. All right. But as far as I know, there are many available and free elements in Canva wherein you can use. You can use it in your presentations and your reports and visual aids and such. Okay. But for example, one of the features, premium features that Canva has is the background remover. Wherein if I am going to post my picture with background, I can crop it, I can remove my background, or if I want to generate a one by one picture, all right, I can with just one click, the background will be removed. Okay, but the thing is, it belongs to premium features, meaning to say you have to subscribe to Canva. Okay, so the another cons is limited customization. Just like what I've said, um, some of the features are in premium, and you need to pay for subscription. Meaning to say, it limits. Okay, it limits the customization of the user or or anyone who are using Canva. All right. So another cons is that some not all of us are creative enough, all right, to create something or to do something. But another cons in using Canva is that it may lead us to over reliance on templates, all right. So let's say for example, oh my, I'm busy, I'm so tired, I need to create my presentation, I have a presentation tomorrow. So instead of enhancing your creativity, you're just going to rely on the templates available in Canva, right? So it doesn't it doesn't um enhance your creativity. Yes, it is time saving, but the thing is, it doesn't expound. It doesn't hone your skills and creativity. Okay. So and lastly, another cons is that when you're using Canva, it can lag with large or high resolution designs. Meaning to say, for example, once you created a presentation with high resolution images, with lots of elements, all right, sometimes your devices, depending on the devices may get uh laggy or sometimes, okay, um it glitches because of the high resolution. So that is one of the challenges in Canva. So in teaching application, all right, in teaching application, as a future physical education teacher, I can use Canva for activities, just like what I've mentioned earlier on how teachers can use Canva. I can also Canva as well for content delivery, for visual aids, presentations, reports, and such. And lastly, for assessment. If I'm going to create a quiz, if I'm going to create, if I want to recognize the efforts of my students, I can also create certificates in Canva. So that's um how am I going to apply it once I am in the field of teaching. All right. So that would be all. Thank you so much for listening.